Hi everyone, welcome back to Islam Unboxed. Today we'll be talking about how Muhammad took a doctrine from Catholicism and put it into Quran. This time I'm not talking about a story from Bible or how Muhammad stole a story from Bible and put it into Quran. But Muhammad this time took a doctrine from Catholicism and put it into Quran. What doctrine is it? Take a guess. Purgatory. Purgatory is believed to be a place where all souls of the dead will be cleansed by fire before entering heaven. This place is not heaven, is not hell. It is somewhere in between. Medieval Catholics or medieval Christians, they believe this. Um, and I guess until now, many Catholics believe in this doctrine as well. Now, where is it in Quran? Purgatory in Quran is in Surah Maryam, verse 69 to 72. Let us read together. I will just read from the translation or the version by Dr. Mustafa Katab, the Clear Quran. Just happened to be on the top. Verse 69 from Surah Maryam. Then we will certainly begin by dragging out of every group the ones most deviant to the most compassionate. And we truly know best who is most deserving of burning in it. There is none of you who will not pass over it. This is a decree your Lord must fulfill. Then we will deliver those who were devout, leaving the wrongdoers there on their knees. Let us go back to the front, to the top, verse 69. So, Allah is saying in verse 69, Allah is saying He will start dragging those people who are the worst one first and put them into this burning place. And He knows who is most deserving of burning in it. Verse 71 is very important. This verse saying, everyone will go there. It's as simple as that. Everyone will go there, will go to that burning place. So I guess if Islam teaching Muhammad is just a messenger of Allah, is just a slave of Allah, is just a human like us, so Muhammad will go there too. Right? This verse is saying everyone will go there. Now, verse 72 is also important. Then we will deliver those who were devout. So, even though if you're a Muslim and you're devout, you're good, you follow Quran, you cross the T, you dot the I, you follow Hadith, you will still have to go to this burning place. Regardless. Yes, Allah will take you out, but you will still go to this place. You will burn. Actually, Allah will still burn you with fire, right? So this is what I'm saying. So let's say Muhammad is devout, then Muhammad will still go there. But now, if any of you remember the hadith of about Isra Miraj, about how Muhammad went to heaven, and he went to heaven and then he met all the prophets in heaven. All the prophets in heaven. And who is not there? Muhammad. Right? Muhammad just went, the story of Isra Miraj, how Muhammad went to heaven and then he met uh, Abraham, Jesus, Yahya, or John the Baptist, right? He met um, all the prophets. But then he came back to earth and he died. And after he died, if we, if Muslims are supposed to follow Quran and believe in Quran, then they will have to believe in these verses, right? There's none of you who will not pass over it. Then we will deliver those who were devout, leaving the wrongdoer there on their knees. So Muhammad, it means Muhammad will go to this place too, burning place. This is very funny. This is what this is why you cannot really actually believe what Islam teaching, because the teaching is always contradict each other. Always. I mean, there are times like um, other religions like Buddhism or Hinduism or Christianity. Sometimes if you read something you don't understand, fine, it sounds like contradicting, but then you can always like learn it deeper, and then they're not actually contradicting each other. But if it's like in Islam especially, it's always contradicting each other. One day, one verse, oh, Allah will forgive his sin, right? The past and the future sins. But then if you read this verse, even though those who are devout will still go in there. And then if you read something else, oh, Islam also Islamic teaching, Allah will replace you if you don't sin. This is also hadith. In hadith, if you do not sin, Allah will replace you. That is very strange. So Muhammad now have no sin. Did Allah replace Muhammad? Is that why Muhammad finally died by poison? Because Allah forgive his sin in the past and the future. And now Muhammad has no sin. And like what hadith say, if you do not sin, Allah will replace you. So that's why I guess why Muhammad died. Everything is like if you in Islam, if you dig deeper, it's actually you will find more interesting stuff that is like very confusing. That's why a lot of Muslims they they choose not to read, because once they read little bit they will be confused. Well, anyway, I just want to show you these verses just to show how Muhammad actually copied about everything, regardless if it's a doesn't matter if it's a story from a bishop from the fourth century or Alexander the Great or Durkheim from Alexander's Romans. He would just copy everything. I guess he heard so many stories from um, Ibn Nawfal or even Khadijah, right? Khadijah was a wealthy woman. She owned so many caravans. She was a businesswoman, well traveled. So I suppose Khadijah would go to Syria or to Egypt, to Israel or uh, Palestine. And while she was doing her business, she also heard a lot of stories from different people. So that's why Khadijah and Ibn Nawfal also, they are ones, they are few of the smarter ones or well informed, you know. So even though that time they did not have internet, but they knew a lot. a lot of stories. I mean, even these days with internet, some people they're very ignorant. Now Muhammad got all the stories from Khadijah, from Ibn Nawfal, right? From Waraka Ibn Nawfal. So he just put everything there, and after the death of Ibn Nawfal, the death of Khadijah, he was even quote unquote freer in putting all the stories into Quran, right? Because the sources who gave him the stories now are dead. Now he can just tell their stories and retelling their stories and make it as it is from Allah, from God. And unfortunately, Sahaba are not those Sahaba are not very too smart, except for Umar, of course, very sneaky, Caliph, in my opinion. But the rest are not very smart. Abu Bakar was not very smart, in my opinion. Ali too, Ali ibn Talib was not very smart, unfortunately. That's why they follow Muhammad. Anyway, that's all I want to tell today. And God bless you all. Have a nice life.